Assalamu alaikum guys. Today we are going to discuss about critical appreciation of John Ashbery's poem The Painter. Let's start introduction. John Ashbery is a modern poet with modern practices. The Painter is a poem which is considered as the mouthpiece of the poet himself, a persona. The painter is sketched with orthodoxical as well as innovative artistic techniques and subjects. The poet enjoys painting the sea's portrait while other artists live in buildings, paint their buildings, and praise their old buildings. The poem outshines symbolic beauty. Okay, guys, now I'm going to discuss about the development of thoughts. The poem opens with a statement of a painter who is up and ready to portray the sea. Its theme gradually develops from the surrealistic movement which organized after World War I and Dadaism. It is a confrontation between conventional, static, and traditional agents with innovatives, inventors, and experimentatives. The poet or painter stands as a bridge between the two. He paints the silent prayer of a child, which is picturized through motion only, without any sense of spiritual action. The poet wants to explore the undiscovered depths of life, but the orthodox artist living in the walled buildings, they want to live inside their ruined buildings and don't let others cross the doorway of their old buildings, as they want others to stick to the tradition of the old Adam. The painter chooses many subjects to be drawn on the empty white canvas. He chooses his wife as a subject and attempts to sketch as vast as the ruined buildings, but he is still denounced by the ruined buildings. But he is still denounced by the crowd behind him in the building. He then tries to paint his soul as a subject, but he imagines as if his brush is seized by the people in the buildings. The poet cannot draw his sketch as he is again disturbed by the people of Old Testament. He invites other artists to sketch their paintings on his canvas, facing behind the seas, but his innovation being to fade away and the canvas is left blank as it was in the beginning. I'm just telling to you that, but the innovation means, but the poet's innovation begins to fade away and the canvas is left blank as it was in the beginning. The poet wants to assert the fact that the conflict between old conventionalists and new experimentatives must be rooted out, because such baseless conflict seizes the brush of creativity and progress. So now we are going to discuss the allegory that poet has used in this poem. Now I'm just telling you about allegory. Symbolism in the shape of allegory runs entirely and widely in this poem. The sea symbolizes for innovation and untouched grounds of life. Buildings are the older and conventional crafts of mankind. It also signifies the unchanged and unprogressed mentality of a specific group of American artists. So now I'm gonna discuss about the structure. What the poet has been draw the picture of this poem. John Ashbery is not a traditionalist. He experiments in his subjects for painting as well as in the structure for his poem. His childish prayer is divided into 6 setteds. Yes, his childish prayer is divided into six sonnets, technically known as sestina, and the poem ends on a concluding triplet, a three-line stanza. It means that John Ashbery is not a traditionalist, and but I think he's experimentist, and even then he experiments in his subjects of painting as well as in the structure for his poem. But his childish prayer is divided into six sestets, technically known as sestina, and the poem ends on a concluding triplet, a three-line stanza, in which the core phrases of the poem are placed in the middle and at the end of its mono stitches, which are present at the last three lines of a sestet. Now we will describe about the setting and imagery that poet has used in this poem. The particular poem is sketched in a coastal setting. The images used in this poem are concrete and vivid. Sea, building, canvas, brush, and child's prayer are some images which not only beautify the unmetrical aesthetics but also makes a reader draw his own painting in between the building and the deep sea. Now we will gonna discuss about the end of this poem. Now we will sum up this poem. uh, Unlike his contemporaries, Ashbery uses simple diction. His modernity separates him from the residents of the ruined buildings, but he is not safe from their influence. Okay, that is why his subject has decided to remain a prayer. So today okay, it's enough today. We will just do the next poem in the coming video. Okay, thank you so much.